Okay, welcome to your Thursday morning yoga practice. Hope everyone had a good holiday. So we're just going to start really slow and relaxing today, just to ease back in since we had the 2 weeks off. So go ahead and just find yourself in your chair and just think about your spine to start. Relax the feet into the floor or let them hang towards the floor, whatever feels best to you. And then just take a moment, take a big breath in, and then exhale, let go of anything you're carrying into your practice with you. Let's do that again. Inhale, exhale, let go. Great. Continue with a few more deep breaths, just as many as it takes for you to get grounded and centered. As you exhale, just imagine you're letting go of anything that your mind or your emotions are kind of holding on to, anything that's being stored in the body in the form of tightness, let it go. Anything that has happened already this morning, anything that you know or think is going to happen later today, all of last year, all of the holiday season, all the positive and the negative. Just take a second here to let it all go. Just let yourself kind of return back to neutral here. Just any excess energy that's being stored in your body, release it before you start your practice today. Feel the muscles as they start to soften. And then just observe the thoughts that are in your mind. Notice what it is that you're holding on to. Maybe you have things you're stressed out about, or a to-do list, or maybe you just have some memories you're thinking about, whether it's from yesterday or years ago, for whatever reason, good or bad. Observe. Maybe you have ideas coming into your mind. Maybe you're in the back of your mind trying to problem solve something while you're taking your deep breaths. So just really pay attention to what's going on in there and allow yourself, give yourself permission to let it go, knowing that it is your mind's job to think, and it's okay to have thoughts when we're meditating. We're not necessarily trying to empty out our brain, we're just trying to control our brain. So you know you're being successful with this when you notice your thoughts, when you notice things popping into your mind, when you notice your mind wandering, and then you bring it back to this moment. One more big breath in. Exhale again, let it all go. Now just take a moment to let yourself be in this moment that's happening right now, observing all of your five senses. Take a quiet moment, notice what you hear. Maybe you can hear your breath. Maybe you can hear voices in the rooms around you, or sounds from outside. Maybe you have music playing, or maybe it's just very quiet. But just observe what's happening now, and then let it go. Just let it happen. Observe what you feel on the inside of your body, on the surface of the skin. Notice the muscles, if there's any tension or stiffness, any soreness in the body today. Notice if you're feeling loose and relaxed already, without judgment. Observe, acknowledge, let it go. Notice the clothing against the skin, the chair under the hips and behind the back. Does it feel soft or hard, warm or cool? Notice the points of contact between the body and the chair. Notice what you taste. Notice what you smell. If your eyes are open, you can observe what's around you. If your eyes are closed, maybe just observe the darkness. Maybe shapes or colors are coming by. Take a second to acknowledge, and once again, let it go. Coming to find yourself with a straight spine, we'll inhale, extend the top of the head up towards the ceiling. When you're ready, we'll start our neck rolls. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, ear over shoulder. Exhale, down through center. Inhale up to the other side. Exhale through center. Inhale up, so just match your breath. Let your breath rock the head gently from side to side. And just notice how that feels today. If there's anywhere that feels really, really sore or maybe painful, you might want to back up out of that area. Or maybe you're really tight, but it feels like a good release to kind of just hold. You can pause anytime you like. Just starting your practice nice and slow. Releasing the shoulders and the neck. Allow the shoulders to stay still here. Just the head is heavy. Do some full circles if you like. Just customize. Notice what your body needs today. We're taking it really, really slow today. Just giving ourselves some time to create space in the body. Let go of anything that's being stored there. Few more breaths like this. Just enjoy these last few moments. Observe how you feel. Deepen the breath. Great. When you're ready, we'll just come right back up to center. Take your time getting here. Complete what you're doing. And then we'll go ahead and drop the hands and come into a few sun breaths. So we'll do, as we inhale, think about drawing the top of the head up towards the ceiling. So it's almost like you're just stretching the spine up. So rather than arching back or lifting the chin, let's today just try to think about lengthening through the spine as we inhale. So you're making space all in the body. Inhale, the hands will come up. Palms come together, and then exhale, hands to the heart. Great. Just do this at your own speed. Inhale is up and exhale is down. Take your time, just match your breath. As you exhale, let's just continue with that theme of letting go. Clear out the extra thoughts, extra energy, anything that's making you feel heavy, anything that's just kind of nagging in the back of the mind. Let it go a little bit more with each exhale. Great. On the next inhale, we'll hold the hands up. Take your time getting here. There's no rush. And then exhale, we'll bring the hands behind the head for a cat-cow. So inhale, bring the heart forward. Exhale, round the shoulders forward. So just your regular cat-cow, we're arching and rounding, but with the hands behind the head to get a little bit of an extra stretch through the chest and shoulders. Just be nice and gentle. You don't have to press on the back of the head, unless that feels good to press gently and just kind of add in that little extra stretch. But just follow what feels good here. Follow the breath, but if you find you're really comfortable or getting what you need in one position, feel free to hold and take a few breaths if that speaks to you. Great. Complete one more round at your own speed. And then your next exhale, we'll release the hands. Take your time getting there. We're going to come into just a gentle warm-up shoulder stretch. So we're going to just take the hands across the body like you're giving yourself a hug. So your right hand will be on your left shoulder, left hand on the right shoulder. We'll have the right elbow on top. We'll switch in a second. So from here, you're just going to walk the hands as close to your spine as you can. So you're kind of really separating the shoulder blades. So if it hurts, back up off of it. But if you are not feeling a stretch, then just keep walking your fingers closer to the spine. Great. So we'll sit up nice and tall. So you should be getting a nice stretch in like that center of the back, that hard to reach spot there. So just inhale, expand the shoulders. That should help deepen the stretch. Exhale again, release. That'll help deepen the stretch in the shoulders. So let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Great. We're going to come forward from here. If you don't want to, you can just stay right here. Otherwise, we'll inhale, grow tall. Exhale, round forward with the shoulders just a little bit. So it's almost like you have a cat spine. That feels nice. Okay, come on up when you're ready and just relax the shoulders. Great. Okay, we'll do the same thing with the left elbow on top now. So you'll just, again, just reach across opposite shoulders. Your left arm is on top. Walk the fingers as close to the spine as you want. So just find that sweet spot where it's not painful, but you're feeling that release of tension. And then breathe deep, expand the shoulders. Exhale and release. We'll do that a few times. Inhale. And exhale. Whatever's weighing on your shoulders, if anything, just let it start to release here. Free yourself from it. Inhale. And exhale. So you can stay and continue deep breathing, or you can come forward again. So we'll inhale tall. Exhale, rounding forward. Great. I'm hearing all kinds of snapping from the back right now, but it feels great as long as it feels good. When you're ready, come on up and then relax the arms. Great. Relax your shoulders. Do a few circles. You can circle the wrists too if you want to. Great. And then we're just going to rest in a forward fold next. So we'll stay here for a little bit today. One thing I'll just throw out there today too, since we're all at home now, you know, if you have a pillow nearby today, that's great. But maybe next time, if you want to, you can use props. So for our forward folds, it might be nice to sometimes have a pillow on your lap, and then when you fold forward, you can kind of relax more and not worry about tensing up your shoulders. So that's just one option. If you want to try that ever this week or another week, you're welcome to do that. That it feels, yeah, it just helps keep the shoulders soft. So when you're ready, whether you have a pillow or not, we'll just go ahead, inhale, grow up tall. Exhale, start to come forward. Just go as far as you like. So you can keep the elbows down on the knees, or you can reach all the way over to the floor, whatever feels best. Let the head go if that feels safe to you. Any low back problems, remember, just keep a straight spine. And then let's just hold here. Again, just anything that you're storing in the body, anything that's making you feel heavy or confined, just imagine just dropping it on the floor right here. Let it go. And then just breathe. Maybe close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. If not, you can Keep the eyes open and just observe what's in front of you, the texture of the floor, the colors you see, and then just continuously bringing your thoughts back to your breath, just deeply breathing in and breathing out. Trying to keep the shoulders soft. Deep breathing. When a thought comes into your mind, take the time to notice it, notice what it is, and then just bring yourself back to your breathing. Maybe matching a phrase to each inhale and exhale, something simple like think the word inhale in your mind as you inhale, and maybe think the word exhale as you exhale, or a phrase, I am breathing in, I am breathing out. Something simple like that just helps you to stay present, keep you from being upset about the past or nervous about the future, and just keeps you here and now, keeps you in a peaceful state. So just focusing on the breath. Couple more deep breaths here. We'll take one more inhale. Exhale, let's slowly start to rise up. Good. You can circle the shoulders back a few times when you get there. Great. Let's just reverse that with a camel stretch. So if you know camel, you can just get right into it. I'll show the variations for you. So you can start with your hands on your low back, the fingers pointing down, and then you're squeezing the elbows and shoulders together as you lift the heart. The head can stay neutral or lift. And then the other variation is to put your hands on the seat of the chair and use them to push into that arch. So whichever version you like, you can switch in between them too. You don't have to just stay in one position. Let's take a few deep breaths here. As you inhale, expand the chest. Exhale, let go. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale. Exhale. One more deep breath. And exhale, you can release the pose when you're ready, nice and slow. Great. All right, we'll come into another set of forward folds. So we'll do our pigeon. So the right leg will be on top. You can cross at the ankles down low, or you can rest the ankle on the knee, whichever version you like. And again, you don't have to commit to one or the other. You can, if you start to feel stretchier as we're holding, you can work your way up. If it starts to be too much, work your way down. Keep in mind, we're just coming back from a break. So if you're usually up here and this is not feeling so good today, it's totally fine to, slide it down. So we'll come nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale, relax forward. Good. So same thing. You can stay up on the elbows or you can reach down for the ankle. And just let your upper body become heavy. Shoulders stay soft. So you should be getting a nice stretch through that right hip. Great. After my first week back at the studio after a 2-week vacation, the stretch feels amazing. So just enjoy it, breathe into it. And if you need to move around at all, you can, keep in mind you can do that. You're in control of your practice. So if it starts to be too much, you can come up. If, you notice you're starting to get a little warmer, don't be afraid to just gently see if you can get down a little lower. Keep an open mind. Just because it usually goes a certain way doesn't mean that it today will be the same exact as always. So try to approach the pose as if it's something new. A few deep breaths here. Remembering that you can always add in those kind of little movements too. Maybe, we're here in our pigeon, but maybe you want to stretch out the neck a little bit. Maybe just look over one shoulder and then the other. Maybe it feels good in the ribs to just kind of shift from side to side with the shoulders. Notice where, if you're feeling tension in your body, where it is, and just find little movements that you can do to help release. Just find things in your practice that feel good. That's all we're trying to do. When you're ready, let's inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, come up tall. Great. All right, let's find our eagle leg position. So we're going to take that right leg and cross all the way over so the knees are one on top of the other. If that's too much, you can just switch to having the ankles crossed again. And then I don't know if anyone likes to do a full wrap, but you do have the option to tuck the toes around as well, or you can just cross the knees. So before we add in the arms, let's just do a forward fold here to really get into the hips. So it's kind of an active stretch where this knee, so you can just relax with your legs crossed, but we're going to be kind of squeezing our inner thighs together. So this knee is trying to go that way and this knee is trying to go that way, like they're making an X, just to kind of get the benefits of the stretch. So once you've achieved that, your inner thighs are just squeezing together. We'll inhale tall. And then exhale, we're just going to come over. So this will feel a little different. You can feel in both thighs probably, in the outer thigh. And again, just find a hand placement you like, as low as you like. We won't stay here very long. We'll just take one more big breath in. Exhale, start to work your way back up. And then we'll add in our eagle arms. So we'll have the right arm underneath. If you already know your eagle arms, go right into it. I'll break it down for you just in case. So your arms, you start with your palms down. You can cross your elbows so your right arm is underneath. Bend so that the palms are facing opposite, away from you. And then you can try to touch the backs of the hands together, or you can wrap all the way around so the fingers are in the palm. If eagle altogether is too much for you, you can always go back to this one that we did in the beginning where you're just kind of hugging across the body. So that's an option too. So once you've found your arm position, we're just going to lift the elbows. So without lifting the heart, we're still straight with the spine right now. We're just going to grow tall and lift the elbow. So just hold it here. Even just without moving, this is a nice stretch for the shoulders. When you're ready, you can stay here or we'll come forward. Inhale tall. Exhale, humble eagle. Elbows towards the knees. Great. Breathing here. Really focusing on the hips and shoulders today. One more big inhale. Exhale, coming up. Great. Now you can stay here, or we'll add in that heart opening stretch just by lifting the elbows and lifting the heart towards the ceiling. Inhale, up and back. So I'll turn so you can see what it looks like from the side. Up and back. So you can lift the head, keep it neutral, whatever feels best to you. Just up and back. Great. Come on down when you're ready. You can unwind your arms, unwind your legs, shake it all out. Great. Okay. We're going to repeat that series on the other side. So we'll start with pigeon. So don't forget, one side might be different than the other. Keep an open mind. So pigeon, you can cross your ankles, or you can cross your ankle on your knee. We're having the left leg on top now. And then when you're ready, inhale, grow tall. Exhale, relax forward. Oh, that feels so good today. Breathe into it. So again, just as you hold, notice if adjustments can be made. Maybe you want to come up out of it after a while or sink down deeper. Maybe you're wiggling the hips side to side or the shoulders. Maybe you're holding in stillness. Just pay attention to what your body's asking for. That's why we're here. Great. Continuing to go back to that kind of visualization of every exhale, just letting go of any energy that's sticking to you that isn't really serving you. Anything that's causing any anxiousness, any sort of negativity, or just keeping you from a nice, relaxed, neutral state. Every exhale, you can just let it go. A few more breaths here. Great, we'll take one more big inhale. Exhale, start to come up. Great. We'll find our eagle legs on this side, so you can cross the left leg all the way over so the knees are one on top of the other, or you can cross at the ankles here. Really squeeze the inner thighs together. We're just going to fold forward before we add in the arms. So inhale tall. Exhale, come down. Just a few breaths here. Great. And as you inhale here, really focus on expanding the shoulders. Send the breath there. Great. One more big inhale. Exhale, we'll rise up. Take your time getting there. Okay. Eagle arms, if you know it, go for it. If not, follow along. Palms are facing down. Cross so that the left arm is on the bottom. Bend so your palms are facing away from you. Touch the backs of the hands together, or wrap the fingers around to meet the palm. You do have the option to just reach for opposite shoulders too, if that feels best for you. Even if you're able to do eagle arms, it doesn't mean you have to do it. If this feels good to you today, go for it. Keep an open mind again. So we'll just go ahead, lift the elbows, take a few breaths here. Expanding the shoulders as you breathe in. Great. Couple more breaths. Then you can stay right here or add in that fold. Inhale tall. Exhale, elbows towards the knees. Great. Notice what's different. Noticing it in the hips a lot on this side. One more inhale. Exhale, come on up. Stay here or add in that small back bend. Inhale, open the heart. One more big inhale. Exhale, release. Great. Relax the shoulders. And you can uncross the legs here. Let's do a few circles for the ankles. Just circling the feet. One direction and then the other. Just at your own speed, nothing technical. You can squeeze the toes, relax the toes. Do one foot at a time if that feels better too. Let's do the same thing with the hands. Circling. And then the other way, just circling the wrists. Maybe hearing some snapping noises. As long as it doesn't hurt, you should be good to go. All right. Let's do another forward fold to get into the inner thighs. We'll do our wide leg forward fold today. So we'll just take the knees wide. They don't have to be, it doesn't matter how wide. So they can be as wide as your chair if you have arms on the side of your chair, or you can send them out to the side. Just be sure that you're not going so far that your knee ends up falling forward in front of your, I'll just turn so you can see what that would look like. You want the knee to not like flop down. Even if it's just a tiny bit, just keep it right over the ankles the whole time. And if it gets to be too much, you just bring the feet in closer together so that you can easily keep the knees over the ankles. So when you're ready, we're going to fold. Inhale tall. Exhale, start to come forward. So you can stay up on your elbows or rest on the chair, or you can come all the way down to the ground. Whatever feels best to you. Just keep those knees right over the ankles. And breathe. Great. Feels really nice in the inner thighs, maybe feeling it in the outer thighs as well, maybe in the shoulders or the back. Just observe. Good, we'll just take a few quiet moments here. Feel free to move around in the stretch or just hold in stillness, whatever feels best to you. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale, we'll rise up. We'll do a few more positions with the legs wide. So we'll go ahead and take the fingers on the insides of the thighs and the thumbs on the back. So the elbows are like kind of in a rectangle shape. And then we're going to do our shoulder stretch here. So you're kind of putting your weight into your hands as long as that's comfortable to you. And then we're going to just drop the right shoulder forward. And then the gaze will go towards, the chin goes towards the shoulder that's forward. Yeah. Great. So again, that's kind of, we're getting into that center of the back area here. We'll inhale, center, and then exhale to the left side. Left shoulder forward, and then the chin goes towards the left shoulder. Great. Let's just do one more each side. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Inhale, center. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, hands sweep up. Exhale, release the right hand to the right knee. We're going to go to the side. So inhale, tall. Exhale, up and over. So you can have your elbow on your knee or whatever feels good to you. We'll hold here and breathe. Just getting into the side of the body now a little bit. So press that left hip down into the mat as the chair. As you pull the fingers away, you're creating like a rainbow shape with the side of your body. And then inhale, center. Exhale, left hand goes down, nice and slow here. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale over to the side. Great. Pressing the right hip down. So it's not about how far you're reaching, it's about how much you're rounding. That's what's really going to give you that stretch in the ribs. Be gentle. And then we'll inhale, center. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great. Let's go ahead and bring the legs in together. And we will inhale to stand. So when you're ready, we'll just inhale, hands sweep up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Just take a moment to feel your feet on the floor. Find your mountain pose. So you're aligned, your shoulders right over the hips. Try to just like float the rib cage right over the hips. The knees are right over the ankles. Feet are about hip distance apart. Allow the shoulders to soften. Soften the jaw. And just feel your feet on the floor. Just take a moment for grounding. Notice the points of contact between the floor and your feet, or the bottoms of your shoes and your feet. Maybe closing the eyes and just checking in with yourself, seeing how you're doing at this point during your practice. Notice if any new tension has started to build up, and just set an intention to allow it to soften and release as you go through the rest of your practice. And then let's just take the arms open to the sides, palms face the front, just to allow the heart to open here. And then just let's switch the weight from one foot to the other. So both feet on the floor, but you're kind of rocking from one side to the other. You can open your eyes for this if you have trouble balancing or if you get dizzy easily. So just experimenting, having all your weight on your right foot, all your weight on your left foot, just side to side, like a tree rocking in the breeze. And then find center. Try to press into the ground evenly with both feet. And just feel where that middle spot is. And then from here, we'll do the same exact thing, but front and back. So kind of shifting into the heels and then shifting into the toes. It might not look like a lot of movement, but you just want to feel it in your feet. Shifting to the front, shifting to the back. You don't have to, but if it's helpful, you can even lift your toes and then lift your heels just to get the feel of sinking to the back and then shifting forward. And then again, find that middle spot. Press evenly into the toes and the heels. One more sun breath. Inhale, hands sweep up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Bring your attention to the feet once again. And just see that you're pressing evenly into the right and the left, the front and the back. Hold this position for a breath. Inhale. Exhale, release. Great. Okay, let's face the chair, so the seat of the chair. We're gonna we'll do some warrior poses today. So we'll start in a forward fold. Take your time getting here. We'll be here for a couple of breaths, so just get nice and close to the chair. We'll inhale, sweep the hands up. And then whenever you're ready, you'll exhale, fold forward, just coming towards the chair. Low back problems, just keep a flat spine. If your hamstrings are super tight today, you're welcome to have a bend in the knees if that feels better to you. Go as low as you like. You can stay up on your hands. You can come down to your elbows. Maybe you come away from the chair, reach for the shins or the floor, whatever feels best to you. Releasing the head can really help to stretch through the backs of the shoulders, but only do that if that feels safe for your neck. If you get dizzy easily or have a bit of allergies, a runny nose, you can keep your head supported. Just take a couple breaths here. We're stretching through the entire back of the body in this pose, all the way from the bottoms of the backs of the legs, all the way up into the backs of the shoulders, and maybe even in the neck. So we'll just hold to really get the benefit from it. Keep your breath deep and even. Keep your mind present. Stay in the room. Great. Let's press up onto our hands to come to table pose. So we'll have the wrists right under the shoulders. You can always come down to fists too if that feels better for you. Otherwise, we're spreading out the fingers and really pressing into the pointer and the thumb to keep from dumping the weight into the wrists. Let's do cat-cow here. So we'll inhale, shine the heart forward. Exhale, lift the spine up. Again, go at your speed, whatever feels good to you. Inhale, exhale. And again, if somewhere feels really nice, you can hold and take a couple breaths and then return to the flow of matching your breath. Great. We'll come to a flat back when you're ready. And then we'll just bend the knees. Inhale, sweep the hands up, come to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great. If you want to just take a second to release the wrists from having the weight on the hands, you can just kind of, if you press in the opposite direction gently, that can feel nice. Or even some people like to lace the fingers together and do like a low wave. So if that feels good to you, you can try that. And then we're gonna come into our warrior poses. So we'll come through our forward fold first. So we'll go ahead, inhale, hands sweep up. Exhale, folding forward. Now from here, I'm gonna start with the left leg moving to the back. I'm gonna bend the right knee. So this can be as small or wide as you like. The important thing here is, again, like we talked about in the wide leg forward fold, the knee. You don't want it to come forward or go too far over the toe. The shin should be a straight line up and down, and the knee is right over the ankle. The back toes are a little bit open here. We're going to come up into warrior one. So you can stay with your hands on the chair if that feels better for your balance. Otherwise, inhale, hands can come up. And then exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Great. Dropping the hands. Inhale, hands sweep up. Exhale, hold. We'll take a few breaths here. So this is warrior one with the hands up. If your shoulders are sensitive, you're always welcome to do hands to the heart or hands to hips, whatever works for you. Otherwise, just hold it. One more big inhale, reach up. Exhale, we're opening to warrior two. So the back toes are going to turn to face fronts. You're going to open the arms. So the right side of the body is reaching towards the chair. The left side of the body is away from the chair. So we're trying not to really lean forward here. We want to still keep upright even though we're shifting forward with that front leg. Great. Let's do some dancing warriors. So we'll inhale, bring the hands up overhead, straighten the legs. Exhale, press back down into warrior two. So just up and down. Inhale is up. Exhale is down. Great. Inhale up. Exhale down. You can match your breath. You don't have to match my speed. Just flow through it. Have fun with it. Let's do one more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Great. We're going to switch back to warrior one. So we're turning the hips and shoulders to face the seat of the chair. Find your hand position. Inhale. And then we'll exhale. Bring the hands back down to the seat of the chair. Step that back leg in and take a rest here. You can bend one knee at a time, pedal through the feet, whatever feels good. And then we'll stand for a moment. Bend the knees. Inhale, hands sweep up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great. Take a second. Maybe keep your hands at your heart, maybe open. Come to your mountain pose, palms face forward, whatever feels best to you. Just take a second to let that kind of sink in. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. The quiet moments in between are just as important as the moving around. One more big breath in. And exhale, release. So we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side. You can stay where you are if that's working for you. I'm just going to turn so that I'm facing you when we get to the warrior two. Same thing, forward fold. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, fold forward. Great. Remember, your forward fold doesn't have to be the exact same position every time. You can mix it up as far as where you place your hands, whether or not your knees are bent. All right, let's step the right foot to the back, setting up for our warrior. So the toes are kind of on the diagonal, on the back toes. And then the left knee is right over that left ankle. When you're ready, we'll inhale, sweep up, warrior one, facing the chair. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands sweep up. Hold the arms up or bring them to the heart. We'll take a few breaths in warrior one. Really feeling the legs working here. Feels nice. Breathing deep. And then we'll take one more big inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, warrior two. So we're opening to the side. So now the right toes are pointing forward. The hips and the shoulders are open. Check in to see if you're leaning. Try to pull yourself back up. Excellent. The knee is still nice and strong. And we'll start our dancing warrior when you're ready. You'll inhale, stretch the knee, lift the arms. Exhale, press it back down. Going at your own speed. Have fun with it. Just get into a flow here. Great. A few more times. Let's do one more. Once you're finished, hold in warrior two. From here, switching back to warrior one. So now we're facing the chair again. You can bring your hands back up. Inhale. Exhale, hands back down to the chair. Step the back foot in. Relax, bend the knees. Pedal through the feet, whatever feels good. We'll bend to stand. Inhale, hands sweep up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Great. All right, let's come around to work on our tree pose next. Do some balancing. So it's been 2 weeks. If it doesn't go well, don't be upset. Which is a good rule for every week anyway. So just keep an open mind about it. Don't attach to the outcome, just like you do with your thoughts during your meditation. See it, notice it, let it go, move on, try again. So we'll go ahead and find that same spot that we found a little earlier where you have an even amount of weight on both feet. So if you want to try rocking side to side again to just see what it feels like to be more on this side, more on this side, and then right in the center. And then if you want to do front and back again, you can do that too. And really work on spreading out the toes, letting them relax. We like to tense up when we're balancing, but that gives us less of a foot to stand on. Great. So once you found your alignment, you can use your chair for balance. Stand, behind the chair if that works for you, whatever you like. Slowly start to find your tree pose. So you can keep both feet on the ground if that works for you and just turn this leg out. You can take the foot to the ankle. Maybe you keep the toe on the ground. Maybe you work it up the leg. Just make sure you're not pressing against your knee. You want to be above or below the knee. And then pick a hand position you like. You can keep both hands on the chair. You can do one hand on the chair, one hand at the heart. And breathe. Remember, if a focal point helps you, just find something that's directly in front of you that you can look at. That does help with balance when you're just getting started with it. Great. We'll just take a few minutes here. If you fall, find your mountain pose again before you try to come back up. Beautiful. We'll take one more big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Good. All right, relax. Really nice. Okay. Same thing, other leg. So same pose. It might not look the same on the other side, might not feel the same on the other side. Just be aware of that going in. So you can start, find your mountain pose, find your alignment, and then when you're ready, start to work your way up to wherever you're comfortable. Find your hand position, whatever you like to work with. Great. One more big breath in. Exhale, release. Great. Pedaling through the feet and relax. Good. We're going to start slowing things down for a meditation so you can work your way back down into your chair. Okay. We'll end where we started. So go ahead and just start to lengthen the spine. You can close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And start to go inward. Observe the practice that you just came from. Was the mind very busy? If so, remember not to be upset, that's okay. The mind is supposed to think. But just notice if any thoughts are lingering, if anything's trying to stay. Give it permission to leave and allow yourself to be in this moment. Once again, just going through your observations of the moment. Feel the chair beneath and behind you. The feet on the floor or on the bottoms of the shoes. The clothing against the skin and the temperature of the room. Notice what you hear. Notice what you see, either in the room or behind your closed eyes. Notice if there's anything you can taste or smell. Just letting this moment be the one that you're experiencing fully. Observe the body and just find a place within you that feels relaxed and peaceful. Maybe you feel like you got a nice stretch in your shoulders, or maybe you just have a calm feeling in the stomach. Maybe your feet are feeling really grounded. Just find somewhere within you that feels warm and soft. And imagine that feeling spreading throughout the whole body. And as it does, you start to relax the toes and allow them to be still. Relax the legs, the knees, and the hips and allow them to be heavy. You loosen the muscles and the stomach and the chest. Maybe you even relax the back into the chair. You allow the shoulders to droop down, the arms draping into the lap or down by your sides, wherever they may be. You allow the fingers to be limp and still. Allow the jaw to soften. Relax the eyelids and the eyebrows. Allow the entire body to be free and still. If there are any final movements or stretches your body needs, feel free to take them. And then we're just going to take a moment in meditation for about a minute. I'll bring you back into the room when it's time. Just meditating on your breath, just very simply. Maybe matching a phrase to each breath, as we mentioned earlier. Deepening the breath. Notice how it feels, how it sounds. And we'll just take a minute in quiet here. We'll slowly start to bring some movement back into the body, starting with the toes and fingers, and letting it grow gradually in a way that feels natural, just to bring yourself back into the room. Maybe stretching out the arms and legs, waking up a little bit. When you're ready, we'll go ahead and drop the hands down by your sides. Inhale, let the hands sweep up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me.